guys, and welcome to the Yankee and the Brit podcast. This is just a quick Brit update on one of the games this week, and it was one of the most high-scoring games of the week. This is, of course, the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears team. First of all, guys, if you're watching this, then feel free to like, share, and get in the comments to talk more about it, because at the end of the show, we'll be taking some questions from the comments if there are any good ones. If there's not, then I'm thoroughly embarrassed and we just moved on. But feel free to comment as we go, and I'll look out for them. Let me know what you think about the Dallas Cowboys game. And once again, like, share, subscribe, all of that bull crap and podcast stuff. So where to start? Well, where better to start than with Dak Prescott. It was Dak Prescott's second game back in the NFL after his finger injury, and what a great second game back it was as well. Dak Prescott fires our offense better than Cooper Rush is where I want to start. 49 points on the board, a great play, some great play in there as well. 250 throwing yards, also rushes for touchdowns. He's also found a great connection with CeeDee Lamb, which is something that we've worried about from Cooper Rush leaving and Dak Prescott coming back in. But him and CeeDee Lamb connected on some great throws, not to mention one absolute laser for a touchdown that I think is probably one of the best throws that a Dallas Cowboys quarterback has made this season. So absolutely awesome throw from Dak. Going off half of my kitchen on the side. But an awesome throw from Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott is also a red zone threat. That's something that we seem to forget as Dallas Cowboys fans or as NFL fans entirely. Dak Prescott's great in the red zone. We've been good in the red zone all year. And with Dak Prescott, we're even better in the red zone. Dak Prescott looks great in the red zone. They're scoring a rushing touchdown. And obviously running for 25 yards on a QB sneak is a pretty big deal. We've got a comment here from Bring In Smoke. I mean, good win for you guys against the Rams, but I mean, being the Rams is nothing too much to be excited about. Me and Jay picked both of them, but great signing for Christian McCaffrey. He looks like a terrifying prospect. To hear more about our thoughts, mine and the Yankees, Jay's thoughts on all of today's games, then you can listen to our pregame show, which will be on Thursday. We might be doing one tomorrow. And I think Dak came back and he played a great game. Another who played a great game, who we had some questions about, some people to talk, a position to talk about. Our running back room. Our running back room may be one of the best 1-2 punches in the NFL. We saw another great running back room from the Chicago Bears today, if you include Justin Fields in that as well. But Montgomery and Herbert looked really powerful too. Looked really powerful too. But Tony Pollard is our best running back, but that doesn't have to mean that Zeke doesn't have to play in our team. Any Cowboys fans that are listening out there, what do you think of that point? Do you think that Zeke is still our best running back, or do you agree with me, think that Tony Pollard is our best running back, but Zeke still has a place in this team and a place in this offense as well? Or do you think that it's time to get rid of Zeke? Personally, I look at this and think, oh my God, we've got Tony Pollard. He makes awesome plays, big plays all over the field. But sometimes on third down, you worry about that. Sometimes on third down, that can be quite worrying. On his big explosive play, after on his big explosive play, after on that third down, his big explosive play for his third touchdown. I'll get my words out eventually, guys. Sorry, I'm used to doing it with a co-host, but I'm going solo, and it's tiring talking all of this through by itself. But Zeke gives us a better option on third downs. Gives us a better option on third downs in our view in terms of bringing the odds. But then Tony Pollard looked like he was going to get sacked, looked like he was going to get blown up on that third down that he runs for a huge touchdown. But Zeke gives us those better options when it really comes to crunch time. But what I would like to say is Malik Davis looks like he really gave it enough. He's what I've seen from Malik Davis in that game, especially Tony Pollard as well. Great game by Tony Pollard. Keep playing like that, and we don't even need to worry about Zeke at all. But great play from Malik Davis in that game means that we can wait on Zeke. We can. It's the same as what happened with Cooper Rush. We can wait on Zeke to get back. We can wait for him to be fully healed and be ready to go. We can really wait for Zeke to come back and make sure he's ready for those crunch games further down the stretch, especially when we're talking about those games against the Eagles coming down the stretch and hopefully playoff games on the horizon as well. Great point by Jay, my usual co-host. Zeke's now a short yardage back. I would have to agree with that. Definitely a situational third down back for me. But one of the better situational third down backs in the league. And also you bring him in on long yardage passing touchdowns. Wow, that was really hard. Long yardage passing touchdowns because he's a great pass blocker as well coming out of the backfield. Also, the way that we're running our offense is kind of back to last season. So we're going to put up big points. We're going to put up big yardage. But at the same time, that's going to give our D less time on the sideline. It also means that our D is going to play a more conservative game because they've got points to play with. So let's not go too hard on the defense is something that I've been looking at. I've been looking at in a lot of the chat rooms. One of the chat rooms where some people are commenting from in our Dallas Cowboys chat rooms. You guys are worried about the defense. What's going on there? How can you be worried about this defense? It's been playing absolutely lights out. They had another good game today. I know they gave up 29 points, but to be honest, like let's think ahead with this. So they gave up 29 points, but that's because they had 49 points to play with. They were playing conservatively. They were definitely playing conservatively, and they were playing against one of the better rush offenses in the league. Jay's listening, so he's going to hate what I'm about to say. But Justin Fields suits this Chicago Bears offense. Justin Fields, with the wrinkles that they're putting in there, the run game that they're showing, this Chicago Bears offense definitely has an identity going forward. Like, look, it's not the finished article. I believe they need some easier throws for Justin Fields to make when he's not going to run the ball. I believe that they just need some better weapons at wide receiver. Here he is. Justin Fields is the best running quarterback in the NFL besides Lamar. Too bad he can't throw. So I believe Justin Fields has shown enough throws to suggest he can't throw, but let's be real, he's not consistent enough. So consistency with Justin Fields is definitely an issue. And some of the running that he's doing in the minute is just awesome and very, very difficult to stop. And with that, I also want to give our defense another little break from what they had today. Micah Parsons was getting held on every single passing play. The NFL have decided Micah Parsons is too good. It's time to level the playing field. Let's not call holding if it's on Micah Parsons. It's happened for the past 2 games in a row. I think if we're getting games like that with referee calls like that, I think Dan Quinn needs to bring him into the middle of the field to play linebacker so he can just spy the QB and use his pace. And an awesome touchdown from Micah Parsons as well. Awesome touchdown. Let's be real. We're being harsh on our defense here, but they should have had two fumble recoveries, not just the one. The first fumble recovery I posted on our page and in Cowboys chat rooms. The rules clearly state that you need clear and obvious video evidence to suggest to turn over a call on the field. The call on the field is a fumble. You can't see that fucking ball and whether they have control of it. It's not something that you can actually fucking see all the way down. It's not something that you can actually see at all the way down. So there is no clear and obvious evidence. They've just decided, no, it's probably a fumble. He's probably recovered it. Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. That's not how the ruling works. It's not how it's put down. I'm sure me and Jay will talk more about referees this upcoming week. And also Diggs would have had an interception if it wasn't for Goldston's stupid roughing the passer. Yes, Cowboys fans, it was a roughing the passer call, and it was right. He hits him in the head. You can't do that. You've got to control yourself, even though he's in the motion of making the tackle. So he's in the motion of making the tackle. He's in the motion of making the tackle from too far away, so he can't control himself. Diggs almost has another great interception. I think the Cowboys defense played a perfectly fine game. It wasn't their best game, but it didn't need to be because they were playing. We're playing as a whole team. That's what we've been doing this season. And I think the Bears have added good offensive wrinkles into their playbook. I think they've got good identity and things like that. And I just want to end this short podcast on the Cowboys have everything it takes to make a run. Let me know if you agree with that. Put it in the comments, share with your mates, and they can call me out as well. But the Cowboys have everything it takes to make a run. We're now second in the NFC East. We're 2 games behind the Philadelphia Eagles. We play them again. I mean, the Eagles look imperious. The Eagles look awesome. And we need to play better rushing defense throughout this season if we're going to take on the Eagles, because the Eagles are great. The Eagles rushing offense is absolutely awesome. So we do need to work on it. I'm not saying we don't need to. We're perfect and ready to go, but that needs to be worked on. But I think the Cowboys have everything it takes to make a run. We're 2 games behind the Eagles, but we're firmly in a seat of a wild card spot. We've got weapons all over the field on the offensive side of the ball, with Dak Prescott playing some great football as well. He did exactly what Jay asked of him and threw for 250 yards. He did throw one interception, Jay. I hope you can forgive him for that, considering the rest of the plays he made and the touchdowns that he got. But I think with the defense, we've still got a Super Bowl caliber defense, and the offense seems to be firing now. So in my eyes, we have everything that we need to make a great run. If you guys disagree with that, put it in the comments. Me and Jay will answer it on our next show. And our next show is coming up tomorrow it's about 6 p.m. UK time, which I have no idea what time it is for you guys anymore. But I'm sure Jay will put that in the comments. So thank you so much, guys, for listening. Really appreciate it. I'm going to make these Cowboys updates at the end of every single game, every single week from now on. A quick 10-minute Cowboys roundup. If you enjoyed it, share it with your friends. If you didn't, don't share it with your friends. That's fine. Subscribe, all of that shit. Thank you so much, guys. Cheerio.